the comedy capital of the prairie, where two rivers meet and freeze, it's the CBC Winnipeg Comedy Festival, starring Derek Edwards, Sylvan Larocque, Sean Majonder, and your host, Don Burnstick. This week, the CBC Winnipeg Comedy Festival presents the Founding Nations of Comedy. And now, here's Don Burnstick.
Good evening and welcome to the CBC Winnipeg Comedy Festival. Yes. Tonight's show is the Founding Nations of Comedy. A story of Canada is a story of three nations: the English, the French, and the Aboriginal. And tonight you'll hear each side of the story: the English side, the French side, and the truth. The English, they came from England. The French, from France. And the Indians, we came from behind a tree. Scared the shit out of them. Each founding nation brought to Canada the best the cultures had to offer. The English, they brought tea and politeness. The French brought cheese and a casual approach to personal hygiene. The Indians, we brought traditional medicines, which the white man turned into prescription drugs, so they could sell them back to us at 100 times the price. Three mighty nations turned into one: teaching, learning, fighting, making peace, giving, taking, and taking, taking, and taking. And now we have a whole bunch of new cultures coming to the table from faraway places like India, China. You know, Columbus couldn't find them, so they came here. A whole bunch of them, all in one car. If Canada were a dish, it would be caribou with mushy peas, covered in cheese curds, gravy, and then for dessert, rice and curry. Tonight, we tell the story of this meal we call Canada. And first up, the head chef, representing the English. Please welcome Derek Edwards.
Thank you so much. You know, when you pack to come to Winnipeg in the spring, it's really hard to pack light. Like, there's nothing you can't bring. The list was remarkable. Okay, the flip-flops and my t-shirts, a parka for sure, a toque, some mitts. I guess that just leaves the sunblock and skidoo boots. Oh, and a life preserver. How's the river doing? I always associate this town so much with Providence, isn't that odd? I remember I finished a show here. It wasn't my first, maybe a second time. I finished the show, I got back to my room, and I realized suddenly, oh, I'm famished. Oh, I flick on the radio, and I hear this right away. Come on down to Napoli Pizza for that authentic Italian taste. You can eat in or give us a call here at 888-8888. I thought, all right. And then he says, that number again. He said it 3 times. I mean, I'm not trying to come off as some sort of big thinker, you know. I'm not claiming to be a visionary. But if you can't commit that number to memory the first time, you should not be allowed to order hot food into your house. I was out west recently. The hardest worked on highway in the country spans between Vancouver and Whistler. They've got a lot of work to do before 2010, you know. There's maybe a dozen construction crews. Man, it's called the Sea to Sky Highway. It's like on one side there's a rockfall and ocean, the other side just looming mountain, you know. And it's 2 lanes, no shoulder. Oh, they got their work cut out. And there's signs along it saying rockfall area, no stopping. Who's been stopping? What kind of lunatic is it? Hey, here's a good parking spot here. Oh, it's so pretty. Honey, get the camera. I'll stand in this lane, I guess. But the thing is, rockfall area, I think this whole stopping thing is really out of my hands. You know, I mean, if I'm being crushed into a red paste, the last thing I'm concerned about is getting a ticket. But I was here in town. I wandered into the Via station. They're having a little trouble economically, Via, you know. And I grabbed their brochure. There's a picture of a young couple on the train trying to look relaxed. And you look at them, and they're being paid to look comfortable. But there was still this furtive kind of, don't do this, man, don't. They're saying how you can lean back and enjoy the scenery. I've been in coach. You can't move. Maybe if you're lucky, the bolts are loose on the floor. You can get a little bit of leeway. It says, for your added comfort, there is blankets and pillows that can be purchased. Purchased? How about lend them out? Are you going to have a lot of times you're going to be using that Via rail blanket, with Via emblazoned on the top. You can practically see the imprint of the saddle it was under. Yeah, you know you're a treasured house guest when they unfurl that Via blanket. There you go. It smells a bit of diesel. You'll be nauseous most of the night with it. That's pure burlap. They have these pillows you got to buy the size of a chip bag. What use? Maybe if your cat breaks its leg, you got to raise it, but not too high. Canada has these real successful businesses. Like Tim Hortons is like omnipresent. They're opening up in other stores. I go into a Starbucks, I look in the corner, there's a Tim's. Cool. They have WestJet's doing really well. I mean, the thing is, I like courteous service, you know. I don't mind, but they tend to be psychotically friendly. Only on WestJet are you going to hear that kind of voice, you know. Hi, everybody. My name is Cindy. With an I with a heart over it. It just, I mean, you know, I don't mind friendly, but the thing is, mid-flight, they'll wake you up. Hey, everybody, it's Cindy again. I have a joke. You don't, I mean, I have nothing against the occasional bout of humor, but I don't want to be jolted out of a snooze for it. And coming in, she said this. She said, okay, here it is. Who was it that stole the bath soap? And she goes, Wobber Ducky. Hear the guy behind me go, Jesus. Then it hits me. That's why you can't bring guns on the plane. They're growing, I thought, this is odd business-wise. In Saskatchewan, they're farming non-indigenous species. They have, in Saskatchewan, they have a ostrich farm. Ostriches fitting in from the savannas of Africa. Geez, I wonder what the chatter's been like in the barnyard over the last few months. Do you find it a little bit chilly today? I'm growing fur. You watch. I'll never get off the ground. Watch. You know, they have a llama farm, and they look so wrong. They got like a 3-foot-long neck, not really adaptive for the environment. I mean, what do you have to look over? You know, on a clear day in Saskatchewan, a llama can look out and see his own ass. That's just wrong, man. I've spent some time out east. There's a whole lot of quaint going on. If you haven't been out east, I can tell you. There's a lot. There is knick-knack craft shops all over. You know these places, any place where you open the door and you can smell candles, you know you're getting ripped off. Huh? Oh, vanilla, damn it. My dear wife drags me into these places, and I'm tense. I need logic. But there's no, you see, it's like a yard sale at an asylum. It's like, the more useless something is, the bigger the price tag. Right standing there in front of me is a barometer muckluck. Oh, that's gotta be expensive in here, huh? So I emanate waves of misery. The proprietor will seek me out. It's always a well-preserved woman in her 50s. Come running over to make me more uncomfortable. Hey, sir, I noticed you're looking around. You look interested in something. What would you care to buy here today? Oh, geez, I'm torn, really. I don't know whether to go with the wicker canoe or the stained glass hammer. You know, I love boating, but I dearly love to hit you with something. I was once in our, I guess, mother country of England when they had sick animals. It was a sad thing. I was over there, and you had to, when you went anywhere, because they had hoof and mouth disease, so to reduce on germs, hey, you had to go on green mats and wipe your feet. Oh, everywhere, even at bus stations, train stations, so there's no germs transferred. And they were so wired about it. There was a headline in the London Times that British government will hire army sharpshooters to kill sheep and cows. Hey, sharpshooters. So you have to wonder, how bad are their regular shooters? Yes. Stalking the unpredictable cow. Oh my God, they're in the trees! I was saying, cow, do you really need a guy who's trained himself to slow down his own heartbeat to kill something you could hunt with a brick? Bon. We're all clear here? You guys have been very kind. Thank you very much.
Answering the francophone, Sylvan Larocque is up next.
I know very little French. I know à la mode means, please put ice cream on my pie. I know bon appetit means, enjoy your pie. And if someone says, c'est bon, he wants to know, how's it going with that pie? So here to explain all things French, a man whose talent is as solid as his name. Ladies and gentlemen, Sylvan Larocque.
Have you ever been alone at night in your house, you know, when everything is dark and silent, and suddenly you start freaking out because you think someone's watching you? Well, now that you recognize me, I will introduce myself. My name is Sylvan Larocque. I'm Swedish. I'm 6 feet 6 inches tall. I have blonde hair, curly. I'm 18 years old. On the internet. In real life, I've got a hell of a problem, which is that I'm a comic, but I look like a serial killer. I mean, you're looking at me, it's as if God tried to blend Bruce Willis and Homer Simpson. I hate it when that joke works. You know what? I'm really proud of my French-Canadian heritage, but I have to admit that sometimes we do weird things. You know, for example, every year, on the French-Canadian national birthday, La Saint-Jean-Baptiste, we throw a huge party. The biggest party at La Saint-Jean-Baptiste in Quebec is in Quebec City, on the Plains of Abraham. History 101. That's exactly where the British kicked our asses in 1759. Oh, there's a pretty picture, eh? Saint-Jean-Baptiste night, 2006 in Quebec City. Fireworks going on the Plains of Abraham, French Canadians falling dead drunk. You get tourists from the rest of Canada walking around. Woo-hoo, nice historical reenactment. So I'd like to talk a little bit about power, meaning women. My grandfather taught me something. In every relationship, anyway, the Canadian relationships, the woman has the power. Do you agree with me on this? You know, and I was thinking about this. We often say that women like men in uniforms. But do you know why women like men in uniforms? It's because they know that these guys have learned to obey. That's what I think. I love my girlfriend dearly. She's beautiful, she's intelligent, she's a doctor. And thank God for me, she also has low self-esteem, you know. Well, come on, folks. I'm not the yummiest muffin on the rack over here. But she loves me. She thinks I'm cute and all. We're sitting naked last week, and she told me I had the body of a god. Well, her exact words were, "You look like Buddha," but still. I'll take what I can get. And I've reached my 30s now, and it's like my whole family, my girlfriend, they're all pushing me to have a baby. My grandfather, he tells me, "You know, you're the last son of the Larocque family. You got to give us a grandchild soon." And that put a lot of pressure on me. Ever since that day, every time I'm making love to my girlfriend, in my head, I can hear 30 generations of Larocques going, "Go, go, 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 go." What, already? And, you know. My girlfriend, same thing. We're in a public park the other day, and we see these kids, you know, from the daycare center walking around with a hand on the string. They're so cute. My girlfriend goes, "Ah." Any guy knows he's in trouble when his girlfriend's going, "Ah." And she goes, "Oh, look, Sylvain, I want to have a kid." All right. Which one? How many women, by applause, have seen their boyfriends or husbands cry at least once? By applause. Look at the guys beside them. Shut up, there's people I know here. We don't cry as often as our girlfriends do. Not because we're not as emotional, just because we think we look stupid when we cry. Women cry well. They rehearse a lot. When a woman cries, it's rehearsed, it's directed, 2 thumbs up. And what's cute about a girl who's crying is that they'll try to communicate as they cry. It'll be something like, you know, here's bad news or whatever. You're saying that you saw him with... He was actually... Give me some chocolate. When a man is starting to cry, he doesn't want it to show because he's carved out of solid testosterone. So when the tears start to form, the stupidest thing we do, and I've seen often guys do that, we try to create an eyelid ventilation system in a vain attempt to dry the tears before they pour. And it looks really weird. The guy hears the bad news. And obviously that's not working for us, so the second step is to increase the surface area of contact between the eye and the outside air. And then we let go and we start making the worst faces. That's the point at which spit appears here. And then we're mad at ourselves for letting go, and we start doing half swear words. Fa, shit, da. In French, same thing. Call us tabac. And then there's a little break, and we start crying for good. The Alouettes lost the Grey Cup! You guys were great. Thank you very much.
Just off the boat from Newfoundland, Sean Majonder is coming up.
If anybody represents the new breed of Canadian, it's our next guest. His father is from India, one of the hot emerging economies. His mother from Newfoundland, not so hot emerging economy. He's handsome, talented, biracial. Please welcome the answer to a CBC producer's prayers, Sean Majonder.
Winnipeg, love ya. So good. I've been living in the States, hanging out there, spending lots of time there, and I'm back in the great country, and my God, new Prime Minister, sweet. Thank God we got some sex at the top. Some fire, eh? Some heat. This guy is so... Steve, is he here? He's in the back, isn't he? Steve, I love you, man. It's about time we got some pop at the top. It's really hot. You know, it's funny because Stephen Harper, obviously, you know, because he's religious, right? And religious people, underneath, they're horny bastards. Oh. I think he's got a crush on Condoleezza Rice. I'm pretty sure, because he's never been with a black woman, and he wants, you know, come on, you know. And the very first issue that he brought up when he made that first phone call when he got in office, you know what I'm talking about? It was softwood lumber. Come on, you know that was a dirty little conversation. Hey, yeah, Condoleezza, how you doing? This is Stevie up here in Canada. Listen, baby, I'm sorry, but we're just gonna have to take a hard line on that softwood lumber issue. We're gonna erect a plan to penetrate your policies. Canada won't be jerked around any longer. We're sick of Bush giving us the shaft. It's time to give the shaft to some bush. What do you say, Condi? I've never been with a black woman before. Ooh, I gotta go. My wife's coming. Click. Right? Woo. He's a dirty little bugger. Condoleezza Rice. That's my new favorite swear word now. Condoleezza Rice. Isn't it good? Oh, Ferg, you stub your toe. Ow, Condoleezza Rice. But listen, you know, it's really religion. Religion is taking, there's a lot of, I don't know if you know this, but religion has affected a lot of stuff on this planet. I don't know if you knew that. It's my job as a comedian to bring you that perspective. No, gay marriage, that's a big thing, man. Gay marriage. Oh, man. No, sir. It's in the Bible. It's clear. Gays should not. No way. It says clear as day in the Bible. If you look at the Leviticus chapter 5, verses 8 through 10, it says clear as day. I didn't make this up. He who shall come down from thine own self shall gaze into the pool of Abraham. And there Jesus laid out his food, and they had a picnic. And Moses said unto Jesus, what the hell are you doing here? You're like from the future. And they laughed. It's so funny because people quote the Bible word for word, and they hold up all these ignorant things, you know? They're like, oh, gays are dirty and unnatural. Says so in the Bible. Redheads are the devil. Says so in the Bible. The Leafs suck. Well, they just suck. It's true. No Bible. I don't need no book. No, but, you know, there's probably a guy, and he was amazing at stuff, whatever, but maybe his name might not even been Jesus. They might have screwed. It might have been like Jeffrey. And he wasn't a Messiah. He was like a masseuse. Yeah, that's it. He was a masseuse, and everybody's screwing it all up, you know? And back in the day, people would be like, you know, walking around Galilee, and they'd be like, oh, man, I don't know. I got this pain shooting right here. I threw out my neck stoning heathens. Oh, really? Listen, what you got to do, go down to Jeffrey's house. Oh, dude, that guy works miracles, man. You should just check it out. You know, we're Canadian. A lot of Canadians in the house tonight? It's good. You see, I'm beige, you know? Canadian. Mocha, I know. A little cappuccino, a little off-white, a little caramel. But you know, it's interesting because racism and stuff is everywhere. I try to be a good person. I really do. I'm a good person. I'm open to all races, all kinds, no matter what you got sticking out of you or what you're made of or how you taste. I really don't care. I'm open to everybody, but every now and then we slip, and everybody in here is guilty of it too. Everybody at home is guilty too. I mean, we all have our little prejudices, right? And I think every race, you know, it's true. Every race is really good at something. They got their thing. They're really good at it, okay? And then when they try the other, sometimes it doesn't work. Like, how many people here get their hair cut every now and then? Raise your hand. Good. Some more than others, I can see. Sling. I went and I got my hair cut. I used to go in Toronto. I used to go to this barber. Oh, man, this barber, old Italian guy. He's a Luch. He's 122 years old. You come in and you sit down in the chair. You lay out like that. It's a Playboy magazine. It smells like 1922. He puts some kind of crazy powder on your face and burns. My I can't see. But you know you're going to get the best old Italian guy haircut ever because he's old and he's Italian. And that's what they do. They're awesome at it. The old Italian, I'd go in, and it would be a ritual. Once a month, I'd go get my hair cut at this old Italian guy. Said, oh, it was so nice, you know, and I'd go. And then when I went away, came back, maybe a year later, I was going to go, I'm going to go treat myself. A nice looch haircut, maybe some burning face. I don't care. And I'm like, yes, I'm going to go in. So I go in, click, cling, cling, hey, Luch. Oh. Lucci no there. Lucci, he gone. Now, it's Asian people. Asian people. I'm like, different. First, you gotta get over that thing. Like, it's not Luch. Okay, cool. So Luch is not here. But not only is a Luch not here and replaced by another old Italian barber, now it's Asian people. Now, I am a good open person, but I'm telling you, honest to God, I had that thought, like, there's no way that I'm going to let Asian people cut my hair. They're not good. Build me a computer. Am I being racist? I don't know. I'm guilty. I'm not saying I'm a good person here. I honestly, though, I was just like, no, I can't. But I had to turn around. And it all happened in like a split second. I was like, okay. No, it's all good. It's whatever, Sean. You're Canadian. You're a good person. You're friggin' brown. What are you racist arsehole? Don't be such an idiot. I'm like, yeah, hey, hi. I love a haircut. You know, $14. Okay, come in. Oh, he's friendly. Okay, so maybe I'm being stupid. Low blood sugar, something. So I go in. I sit down in the big old barber chair. Oh, it's great. It's a big chair too. I'm just like, hey. He's like, how you doing? I'm like, good. And you know, and I was having memory. I missed Luch because I loved the smell was sort of still there. But you know, what Luch would do is Luch would be like, okay, Sean, what do you like today? You want some off the top? You want to trim? You want some tapered off in the middle? The leaves suck, eh? Yes, the leaves suck. And you know, and so there'd be a bit of a pre-op. So I was waiting for the pre-op. I'm just, as soon as I sit down, I'm like, whoa, hold on, that's too short. He's like, no, it's good. And with each I became less tolerant, more ignorant. I'm like, what are you doing? Stop it. It's too much. He's like, no, it's good. And I started having these crazy thoughts. I was looking around the place. There's a woman. She was eating a hot dog. I'm like, that's real dog for sure. I just know it. I'm like, what am I thinking? They started cutting my hair. I'm like, oh, Jesus, there's bird flu all over them scissors. Get it off. What have I become? I was racist. I was a little brown guy, and I'm racist. Asian, ignorant loser. We're all guilty at times, I think. Oh, man. You white people. Jeez, you got it easy. I can't really be racist to you, man. I mean, you're a beautiful white woman, but I can't really, yeah, whatever. Psh, SPF 90. Yeah, you're just, you know, you are so employable. I don't know. Right? You got it lucky. You got it easy. For me, okay, being like there's Indian, hence the blouse. Ache kamanala che, kanishikabate holy smoke. Where's the? It's a real song, 5,000 years old. That song. Any brown people here? I cannot see any brown other than, yeah. What's up? A couple, 1, 2. And a little tiny one with little tiny hands. If you could see it at home, she's so cute. They wheeled her in. How you doing? Packy. That's what we're called, right? Packy. Growing up in Newfoundland. Oh, look, there goes the Packy. There goes the Packy. Ha! Come here, you little Packy. Throw rocks at the Packy. Here he goes, because out of 350 people, I stood out. You could spot me, and in the winter, I couldn't get away from anything. Oh, that makes me laugh. Just makes me on skidoo. Oh, I don't know. But Packy, is the term, the racist term that they use, you know. Newfoundlanders, they were so much racist, but, you know, when they call you a packy. But see, I was smart. I was a smart, young, little Newfoundland beige fella. They were like, come on, get the little packy. And I'm like, well, I'm, 8 years old. I'm like, ha-ha, whatever. My dad's from India, you idiot. Ha, packy. That refers to smack, punch. You're geographically incorrect. And they're kicking me. But I knew, I'm just like, no, you got it all wrong, buddy. Stomp, stomp. You see, Pakistan became independent on August 14th, 1947. Smack. Ow, those are new slacks. And although there are many similarities, smack, you cannot just lump us all into one derogatory term. Boom, boom, I'm bleeding, pants up. Or else you lose all credibility as an ignorant racist pig. Bam, bam. Yeah, sure, my nose was bleeding and my pants were like dental floss up my arsehole. But he was misinformed on the facts in his face. Yeah, that's right. I showed her. India versus Pakistan, too. It's so interesting. India and Pakistan, they're fighting. They're always fighting, too. India, because it's all about God. It's religion again. Oh, my God, or whatever. Or where are you? Hello? Later. Okay, it's just interesting because it's Hindu in Pakistan. It's Hindu versus Muslim, really, in the big argument that's going on over there. They're fighting. And they draw their lines. They're like, no. You wait, you son of a. Okay. I draw a line there. That's ours. Don't you cross this line right there. You bitch. You're not going to have it. Mine. Okay? What do you think? Yeah, whatever, buddy. And they're fighting back and forth on the border. My God can beat up your God. Ha ha. Yeah, well, we have 142 gods. I'll kick your little god's ass, buddy. You watch. Shut up. You know what? You can suck it. What? Oh, you're a packy. No, you're a packy. You're in the other side. You're a packy. I'm not a packy. Yeah, well, your accent is thicker than mine. You go to Canada, nobody can understand you. No, nobody can understand you. You're a piece of... No. You know what? Screw you, buddy. I hate you. I hate you, too. Screw it. Come on, let's go play some cricket. Come on. Woo. Anyways, you guys, that's my time. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening.
His jokes got here first. First Nations comic Don Burnstick is coming up. He's always got some jokes on reserve. Please welcome back Don Burnstick.
Winnipeg, how you doing? Woo. Yes, I'm Don Burnstick. I live here in Winnipeg now. It's my home. I love Winnipeg. Yes. One of the benefits about being native in Winnipeg is white people are scared of you. Oh my God, look at that Indian. He looks like a gang member. Oh man, but I love being a comedian, I could have been something else, could have been inmate. But natives, we're different. I really like what you're trying to say about racism, eh? Good man, you guys, eh? That's awesome, man. See, but see, we don't understand each other as native people. For example, when white people see the police, they say hi. Hi, officer, hi. Enjoy your donut. Indians see the cops, they say, oh shit, cops! And prairie people are scared of cops. We're driving and we see the cops. Shit, cops! Don't look at them. And then you see, we all got scared by our parents. And you're saying that to your kids now. You see the cops. You guys, get down. All 8 of you, get down. They're going to arrest you. Little Indian kids in the back say, the cops are going to go. Oh, and what I don't understand those young people, huh? You know, I don't get what they're doing today. The guys got their pants down to here, crack of their ass hanging out, hat sideways. What's up? What the hell is that? Girls got the low-cut hip hugger Britney Spears pants, eh? And they got, and what, they get tattoos right here, huh? Like when we were younger, we put tattoos where you could see them. Ah! What the hell's a tattoo above the crack of your ass? Like. I seen this one, I was looking at, she bent over and I could see that butterfly. Oh. It was waving at me. I walked where I went there. I said, excuse me, in 40 years, that butterfly is going to be your asshole. And what's different about white people and us guys that white people, when you get paid, you get your check, you go to a bank. You save your money. Stocks, bonds, RSPs, GSCs, and you save, and you get so old, somebody else spends it. Like, we don't get that. Indians, we get paid. Walmart, boom. Bingo, VLT, it's gone. White people, they always want to get married, because I dated a few white girls, huh? Because I'm single, and I dated a few white girls. And I even dated a black girl once. I went black, I came back. They always want to get married, and they, marry me. I love you. And 50% of white people get divorced. And divorce is ugly, man. You fight over the house, money, kids, you fight. See, natives were smart, eh? We don't have to get married. We'll just shack up. Oh, yeah, it's kind of like a test drive. Ladies, you want to get serious with a guy from Gimli? Eh? You test drive him like you're going to get a car. You test drive it. You test drive that guy? Oh, yes. See, because when you get sick of him, no divorce, no alimony, none of that. You get sick of him, you just kick him out, huh? Get the hell out of here now. Lazy bastard, get out of here. Take your garbage bag full of clothes. Get the hell out of here. This is my trailer. You kids quit crying, that's not your real dad anyway. Thank you.
We've got more homegrown hysteria after the break.
Well, I hope we all learned something tonight about each other, about our similarities, our differences, and perhaps we made a positive step toward coexisting in this crazy country called Canada. If not, hell, give us land back. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm serious. Give us the land back. Go back where you came from. So good night, and go home. Go home. Go home.
The road to the playoffs starts here at 7 Eastern. It's an Eastern Conference showdown between arch rivals as the Senators battle the Leafs in Toronto. Then Tampa Bay hits Calgary to take on the Flames. CBC's Hockey Night in Canada, tomorrow on CBC. The sweet art of the con.
I love this job.
Are you game? Hustle. Tuesday at 9 on CBC.
Are men really smarter than women? Think you're the brightest in the family? Where do the brainiest Canadians live? Find out on Test the Nation, the ultimate IQ challenge. Canada, start your pencils.